Hello, Feuzion. My name is Alex Feuz, the host of Fusion News. Today is November 9th, 2017. I'm your host of the show. I have a big interview right now. I'm on the phone with Rene LeRoux, who is the executive director of the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame. Rene, how are we doing tonight?
We're very excited about Sunday, our upcoming event. We've got quite a list of famous inductees, major league players. Andy Van Slyke, former Gold Glove winner. Walt Weiss, former World Series champion and Gold Glove winner, who was a star with the Oakland Athletics, Braves, and Rockies. Van Slyke was a star with the Cardinals and Pirates. B.J. Surhoff, who's in the Baltimore Oriole Hall of Fame, who's played 8 positions on a major league field, every one but pitcher. We also have Sean Dunston, who is a longtime Cub shortstop, who also played with the Pirates, the Mets, and the San Francisco Giants. Currently works for the Giants, former All-Star player in his own right. #1 draft pick in the country the year he came out. So we've got great major league players coming who will be in attendance, as well as the voice of the Yankees, John Sterling, who has not missed a game in 29 years on the radio. So he's the Lou Gehrig of broadcasters.
Yeah, I can't wait to ask him. I'm like, how do you do this? Because it's crazy. Because in this business, if you get a cold, you lose your voice. It's crazy. It's just incredible to think about someone not missing one game in 29 years.
Really remarkable.
So, Rene, you mentioned all those great names that will be in attendance for this induction ceremony, but I have to ask, you've been doing this a few years now. How many years has this been going on?
This is our 7th anniversary.
That's great. What came into your mind when you first decided this is what I wanted to do, create a New York State Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, we do a basketball Hall of Fame that includes all of New York State except New York City and Long Island. And it was such a huge success that a few of the players were dominant in both sports. And they suggested that I do one for baseball. And the very first year, it was more or less an upstate baseball Hall of Fame. But we quickly were invited, by everyone to make it a statewide Hall of Fame, which was an incredibly good decision. And so it came off the heels of the Basketball Hall of Fame, and I think it's clearly surpassed it because it is a complete state Hall of Fame, and because of the magnitude of the Hall of Fame for the major league players that have come every year.
Yeah, and I've been in attendance for the Hall of Fame the past few years, and I'm excited to be there in attendance on Sunday. It's going to be a great event. What is your favorite part of the Hall of Fame induction ceremony?
Well, just meeting everyone is a real thrill for me. Meeting guys whose baseball cards I collected and who I watched many times on TV and in the World Series, and to see them walk in the door and shake my hand is just a real thrill. I'm still a fan, somebody who loves the sport, loves the game of baseball. I think it's the best game going, and having these people come and actually to see how humble they are and how polite and friendly. Baseball players are unlike any other sport. They're very, very friendly with fans and people, and just really nice people.
Rene, you talk about being a fan of baseball. A lot of baseball fans these days are saying we need to change this game and change the pace of it. What is your take on the pace of baseball? Do you think something needs to be done to improve the pace of play for baseball?
Absolutely not. You can't legislate how the game is played. It takes a certain amount of time to go through a batting order to get 3 outs, and any attempt to legislate that is misplaced. It's always been that way, and they should not, monkey with that. It's fine just the way it is.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They're talking about implementing pitching clocks to speed up the pitchers, and I forget the pitcher's name, but they said you can't speed up the amount of time you cook a hamburger to make it faster to serve to the people. It's just that same thought process that goes in the game of baseball. If you speed it up, it's going to get destroyed.
Exactly. The only thing I would do is just not have to take the warm-up pitches every inning. I think that's a little redundant, But other than that, I think it's great.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Before we end this interview, you talk about the 7th anniversary of this Baseball Hall of Fame. Where do you want to be 5 years from now with this Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, that's a really fantastic question, Alex. We actually have been approached to grow this Hall of Fame to include New Jersey and Massachusetts and Maine and New Hampshire. And, our board and our advisors are considering that because, there's other players, like Al Leiter, for instance, was a Yankee star from New Jersey, and they're never going to have one of these. And I think it can only increase the magnitude of it if we do that. The United States of America started with how many states? 12 or whatever, and grew to 50. Mm-hmm. So I think we may end up doing the same thing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's a great idea. Well, Rene, I look forward to being in attendance this Sunday night for one of the greatest induction ceremonies of the year, the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame, and I look forward to seeing you again at the event.
Alex, thank you so much. We appreciate the call, and thanks for following us. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Definitely. Thank you, Rene.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Feuzion, you just heard it from Rene LeRoux, the Executive Director of the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame. It's going to be in a great event in Troy this weekend. Tickets are already sold out, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of photos all over social media from that event. It's going to be a great one. All right, Feuzion, thank you for watching this whole week of Fusion News. It's great to be back here doing these great shows I love to do. And I know all of you love watching me. It's just great to do this. I'm happy to be back doing this. We have a big week of shows next week as well. It's going to be a great week of Fusion News. Feuzion, I want to say thank you. And always follow me on Twitter at AlexFeuz. And always hit the share button on this video, and the like button, and the subscribe button, and all the other buttons there. All right, Feuzion, thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon. Be kind to one another.